about, I don't want to equate it to the riots, I don't want to harp on about it, but the Bullingdon Club, I mean, you know, that's a youthful gang, you could almost call it, engages in violent behaviour. Do you see any likeness in that to what occurred in the...
I think we all do stupid things when we're young, and we should learn the lessons.
Did you witness stuff as a member of that club that was in its... Did you witness people throwing things through windows, smashing up restaurants?
No, I didn't. No, as I said,
you didn't
we all do
stupid
things when we're young, and I think that's clear.
Very,
I think
very happy about that.
I think that you always wince at.
Yeah, right, I do. Yes,
the Bullingdon Club.
Of course.
Do you really? I mean, is that the real David Cameron?
No, we do things when we're young that we deeply regret.
And you're embarrassed about that?
Of course,
It's not every day you get to meet the Prime Minister, and James has an idea about how to make a lasting impression.
Here he is, Big Dave. Don't get to see him so much now he's Prime Minister, but thought I'd give him a Bullingdon Club annual from 1986, get him to sign. Who knows, maybe he'll put me in the cabinet.
Dave, lovely to see you, mate.
Hello, good to see you.
How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Just wanted to give you this Bullingdon album.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Would you give me a sign of it?
No.
Dave, what, George signed it and Boris? Surely you could sign it too, Dave. Come on, mate. Come on, we had a bloody good time at the Buller. Will you help me out? Come on, Dave. Dave, come on, mate. Come on, that's not about that 400 quid you owe me, is it? Dave!
Changes. Now, instead of being a Bullingdon boy that wrecks the hotel rooms, now as Chancellor of the Exchequer, he wrecks the economy. And time he went.
Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Well, I'm not sure that personal attack warrants a proper reply.
He'd also been elected to Oxford's most secretive elite group, the notorious Bullingdon Club. The all-male dining society's members included David Cameron, who has long wanted this photo to disappear. Members of the Buller feel bound by strict vows of omerta and normally refuse to speak publicly about the club.
Ah, yes. I congratulate you on defying the censors and bringing this appalling image once again before public view. It is a truly shameful vignette of almost superhuman undergraduate arrogance and toffishness and twittishness, I suppose. But, you know, it was great fun at the time. Or was it? Actually, the awful truth about all that business was you kind of felt very, you know, posh, and you felt it was wonderful to be going around swanking this up, but actually, I remember the dinners being incredibly, you know, drunken and you know...
ending up with smashing up restaurants.
Well, yes, and so the abiding feeling was of deep self-loathing and, you know, what.
I've talked to a number of the people in the photograph,
God, have you? All right.
And they say that when they see you these days, you go up to them and say, "Buller, buller, buller."
Right. Do they?
Yes, they do.
It may be that I do, in a satirical way.
Oxford past came back to haunt him. It involved a fellow Bullingdon Club member, Darius Guppy, a long-time friend of Johnson from their days at Eton and Oxford together.
We did have a serious embarrassment with Boris when he was in Brussels, when one fine morning, on my desk along with a post, I find a tape and a note from a reader who's saying, what are you as editor-in-chief of the Daily Telegraph proposing to do about one of your correspondents, Boris Johnson, having this conversation with Darius Guppy, a convicted fraudster?
The tape was a recording of Guppy telephoning to ask Johnson to find the home address of an inquisitive journalist whom Guppy wanted to scare off. 20 years on, we filmed for the first time Johnson listening to extracts from the tape.
But I am telling you something, Boris. This guy has got my blood up, all right? And there is nothing which I won't do to get my revenge. It's as simple as that.
How badly are you going to hurt this guy?
Not badly at all. He will not have a broken limb or broken arm, and he will not be put into intensive care or anything like that. He'll probably get a couple of black eyes and a cracked rib or something like that. Nothing which you didn't suffer in rugby, okay? But he'll get scared, and that's what I want him to do.
Okay, Terry, I said I'll do it. Don't worry.
Boris, I really mean it. I love you.
Yes. taken out of context, that conversation could indeed seem embarrassing.
It's completely in context.
I hasten to, the reality is nothing eventuated from that conversation. It is perfectly true.
But you didn't. The point is, you didn't demur when he said this guy will be beaten up and
yes,
couple of broken ribs and so on. This is a friend of yours who wants the details of a journalist who's making his life a misery, and you said you would get the address and so on.
Well,
I said I'd do it, Derry. I'll do it.
Yeah. Nothing eventuated from that conversation. It was what can I say? Nobody.
What do you feel hearing it again now? Because you were laughing.
Well, obviously I feel indignation that people take my private phone calls. That's what I feel. And I feel what a load of old cobblers. That's what I feel.
15 years ago, the Guppy tape drew Johnson straight into an elephant trap.
Well, Boris was caught on tape as well.
Ha ha ha, richly comic, yes.
Boris was on tape talking to Darius Guppy. A
very great man. I don't want to be totally stitched up here.
What you want and what you don't want.
No, he was a school friend, wasn't he?
A great chap, yeah.
And a great chap, despite being a convicted fraudster.
Convicted fraud, went very, very sadly wrong.
Yeah.
Major goof.
And one of the ways he went wrong is ringing you up on tape and suggesting that you help him beat up a journalist who was looking into him.
That did come up. I won't deny that did come up. I'm not ashamed of it.
What are you not ashamed of, though, Boris?
Whatever there is not to be ashamed of.